up with you, man?
And I was just wondering, like, what time do you close?
I close at 8 o'clock.
Okay. I was gonna ask you a question real quick.
What's up?
So basically, I'm asking people like, the question is like, I'm trying to think. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So it's like about history. Like, I'm asking people like, do you know what we were doing before slavery? Like, do you know? Because lately I've been researching.
We were slaves.
Huh?
We were slaves before slavery.
What do you mean?
We were slaves to our own people.
Our own people.
Yeah.
So you're saying somebody like you would me?
Own me.
So
yeah.
you believe that?
I know for sure. I'm
How
a
do you-
history major.
So who are these people
The
that did
Egyptians.
that? Egyptians.
Yeah. The original Egyptians, that they show us that they white, but the original Egyptians are black. And
White.
us are the...
What's the name of it?
What are the names? Bruh, hold on.
I thought that was a myth.
No sir, no sir. It's real life. We were owned by our own selves. We were the retarded form of the Egyptians. Get what I'm saying? It was like we were the ones with the Down syndrome type. They looked at us like we were...
Who did?
The Egyptians. Our own people looked down on us because we were born with, as they would say, deformities. Our heads might have been smaller than them, or we as... Okay, the average man's supposed to be 6 foot tall, right? When we came out shorter than 6 foot, it was a problem. They looked at us like I said, we had deformities. So everybody that was born to that became slaves to the Egyptians.
Why would we do that though? I don't understand.
Honestly, man.
But wait, how could that happen if white people did? I don't see how we could do that.
What people fail to realize is we as our form of black have always been slaves. Like, we've always been the workforce of everything. If you look back, and if you really look back in Egyptian history, if you look at the real Egyptians and see who's working for them, it's us. It's our own skin. Black people are working for black people.
What are your sources? Like, where? Because I don't know. Who told you that? I mean, you just researched it? Or?
I like reading, man. I love reading.
Yeah, but how do you know that's true, though?
Because if you look at the Bible, if you honestly look at the Bible, okay? If you read the Bible...
Which version?
The King James Version. Only the first half. Not the second half of the Bible. But the first half, if you read that and you find out how they really built the pyramids, it says in the Bible that we are the deformed, pretty much offspring.
What verse?
I can't give you the exact verse. I can't give you the exact verse.
What chapter?
If anything, it would have to be in like
Exodus
or Chronicles.
Okay.
Yes, Jalen. Yes. Because I'm at work. Goodbye. Okay. No, I didn't forget. You forgot to take it. That woman. Bye. The Egyptian from the Bible days. So what I mean is, if you actually look at the photos.
Yeah, I seen that.
Okay. Now let me show you something. Egyptian slaves.
How long did it last if it happened?
What, slavery?
Yeah,
What,
how long?
That was before Christ.
Which was when?
Who actually knows? No one actually knows.
But if we're in the year 2000,
It's about at least. It's like at least 2,000 years ago,
yeah.
or maybe more.
Huh.
But like I said, I don't understand how they even put dates on stuff like that, because
How would they know?
we
Hmm.
we as species didn't have that type of knowledge to understand the time frame. The only people that had that type of knowledge were the Indians. You know what I'm saying? Because they the only one that could tell. They can look at the sun or the moon or the stars and actually tell what really time it is.
Oh yeah. So if you say that we enslaved our own people, are you talking about Indians? Or are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about Negroes.
I don't understand how that could work. So if they enslaved us, how could white people enslave? How could they do that?
Because they enslaved us in the New World.
So you're saying this is karma? Like we were slaves because
yes,
we were
always.
Really?
Yes, always.
Wow.
Always.
So you're saying
when
that-
I pull this up.
Wow.
Y'all buying something? Let me get them out there first.
Oh yeah. So what are you saying? Another question I have
Yes.
is, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, like, what's the biggest problem you think we have in the world?
The biggest problem?
Yes, like the number one issue we have in the world right now. I would say racism.
I mean,
That's the biggest problem we
that's
have.
beyond. Yeah, we already know that.
Yeah,
We already know that.
because don't you believe everything? Sorry, everything comes from that.
Yeah, of course. How we being betrayed and stuff like that?
But you're saying that I deserve this? Like we
No.
deserve?
Nah, no.
Because you're saying that we
417.
we
Yeah,
did.
I mean, let me tell you. I appreciate you, man. No, I'm not saying you deserve this. What I'm saying is the reason why we're able to pretty much coincide with what's going on is because we already used to it. Is what I'm saying.
How
What
will
I'm-
we be used to it?
It's what I mean by used to it as far as when we came to here and they pretty much made us slaves again.
Right.
There was nothing that we had to adapt to. You understand what I'm saying? Because we was
Gotcha.
already used to being in the heat. We was already used to
Oh, yeah.
being laborers
Yeah. Oh yeah.
already in Egypt. Because we were the ones building the pyramids. We were the one pulling those stones.
So
and
you think
building it.
we built the pyramid?
I know we did. I know
Because
for
they try to.
sure we did.
They say that aliens did.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
That's
no,
what
sir. No, sir. No, sir. Like I said, we as black people, we just built like that. We're built like that.
And we built the White House, didn't we?
We built everything in America.
The railroads.
We built everything in America from the grass
We built
to
the grass.
skyline. I'm telling you.
We planted the grass,
We
so
planted
grass
the
wasn't.
grass.
So
Well,
grass
you know
wasn't
we
here.
really planted the grass, but
Oh.
the Indians helped do that.
plants.
But from as far as building wise, we've done all that except for the Indians help as far as landscape, everything. But when it comes to the air conditioner or
We
the
did that.
reason why the traffic light or anything,
Oh, yeah.
we've done all that. The sewing
Wow.
machine, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? To make things easier for us, we've done all that. We've done the computer. If you look up, we were the first one to make a computer, the cell phone.
Wow.
We were the first ones to produce that. What it was is we couldn't mass produce it, so we had to bring the white man in. And when we bring the white man in, it's their creation after they mass produce it.
Wow.
So it's a man. You wouldn't understand
That's
half
crazy.
the stuff we didn't create in this world, and
Wow.
what we still making in this world.
Wow. It's
Okay,
crazy
so-
because I always thought that, like, because they don't teach you none of that.
They stopped. I'm 30. I'm 34 years old. Okay. They stopped really teaching real history.
1970.
Yeah. real history, yes, right about that. About 1965, 1970, they stopped teaching real history.
And isn't that when they dropped the crack in the neighborhood?
Yes, they didn't want the generations after and after to really find out what they really did to us. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. Sometimes I think like all these young kids now, like, especially gang culture, like, how do you think we can? Do you even know like why Bloods and Crips exist? Like, why are they?
Let me tell you about this. I'm gonna tell you about the Bloods and Crips. The Bloods and Crips was not supposed to happen. You know, the Black Panthers were police the black neighborhoods. Okay, so what happened was the Black Panthers pretty much got broken up because the white man came in and pretty much labeled them as a terrorist group. So from there, we had the misled Black Panthers that pretty much broke off into gangs. The whole purpose of gangs was still to police the inner neighborhoods, but they took it to the most extreme. As far as now, we the gang, we police the neighborhood, but now we gonna take over the neighborhood. Wow. You know what I'm saying? We gonna make sure that the corner store right here pay us. You know what I'm saying? Before they pay the white man. And that's what that got misconstrued into.
So you're saying that white people were saying like, oh, they're thugs, and then we believed it.
We believed it, and we took it like that, and we ran with it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the Black Panthers made the platform, the foundation for us to police ourselves.
But it was a good thing. It was
a great thing. They didn't want no white people in our neighborhoods at all. The governor, the police, the mayor, they did everything. But like I said, what it was is they allowed the white man to get in some of these black people's heads and make them realize that, well, the Black Panthers ain't here for y'all. They in here doing the same thing we pretty much doing to y'all. They stealing from y'all. They doing this and doing that. And like I said, some black people started to believe that.
Right.
And that's when they branched off to be gang members and this, that, and the third.
But it's so big though. Like they must.
Huge.
How do they confuse the masses? Like
down the line, history.
Wow.
How history changed. How like I said, how the Black Panthers were portrayed at one time, and the images of them as far as how the government put them out there. The government changed the image of them as far as them being terrorists or hoodlums or whatever the case may be.
Yeah,
they were never like that. They were never like that.
Yes.
But once the government portrayed them to be who they were, then that was it. That was it.
Because Tupac was a Blood, wasn't he?
Yes. His whole family was. His mama, his aunt, his daddy, his uncles, all of them were Black Panthers. But like I said, once the government feel like they're being portrayed by any type of thing, they're gonna label you as a terrorist. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did to that whole family, that whole Shakur family. They labeled them as terrorists.
Wow.
And the only thing they were trying to do was really trying to open up the eyes to black people. Show you, look, they realized, killing us and raping us and doing this, and all we doing is closing the door. You know what I'm saying? And Malcolm X did the same thing. Malcolm X gave us the same knowledge.
Do you think MLK was too soft?
Yes.
That's what I think.
Understandable, because at the same time, at the end of the day, I always think it was a white man controlling controlling Martin Luther King. At the end of the day, because I understand to be peaceful and everything like that, but there's no way in the world
get pushed over.
Exactly. Exactly. No.
Right.
No. And like I said, Malcolm X had that vision to show us, Martin Luther King got this vision, but I'm gonna show you we can still do the same thing and still be violent about it and let them understand we're not gonna take no shit.
Yeah. And I heard that before MLK died, he was gonna be on some Malcolm X type stuff.
Yeah.
Like he was gonna
show that he will. Yes.
Before he died.
His whole persona. He was gonna tell everybody, look, we can be violent.
Yeah.
We can be violent. Yes, we can. Yeah, he did. He definitely was. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, him and Malcolm X sat down and they you know what I'm saying, showed their views, and their views were the same. They were just different on different hands. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Malcolm didn't have a problem with being cautious, but he just wanted the white man to understand, like, we for real about this. You know what I'm saying? I want you to understand that I'm about my business. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Martin Luther King, on the other hand, he was like, I'm gonna sit back and I'm not gonna try to, how can I say it, force myself into this. I'm gonna let the white man pretty much accept me. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he kind of cause interracial marriage? Like he caused more You know.
Honestly, God, I think interracial was already
here.
You know what I'm saying?
But he made it. He made it more.
He made it more. How can I say it? More suitable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was already here. It's just
because I see a lot of interracial people every day.
But
so
back in that time, if you was married or you was messing with a white person or messing with a black person, you had to hide that. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I know for sure, even
and
back in the slavery days when we it was like that anyway. That's why
exactly.
we got so many light skinned people and stuff like that.
You know, I thought about that too. Like, don't we have light skins only because they raped us?
Yes, that's the only.
That's the only reason why we have it.
No, don't get me wrong. We have lighter skinned, but not like a red black person.
Right.
That's definitely down the line somewhere. They have somebody white in their family, but like a light skinned person, like a Chris Brown type complexion, that's black. But like a Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying? That's interracial type combined.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
and do you think music, like gang culture music, like, you know, because that's really in rap these days, you know, do you think that's got to be taking us back? You know?
I can say it influenced us in some type of way.
Because even I listen to it sometimes, and I'm like, sometimes I bow my head, I'm like, wait, I'm not trying to.
I feel you. But
you know.
I mean, like me, I've never been the type guy to pretty much take those words and use those. I like the beat. You know
the beat. Yeah.
I like the lyrics. Don't get me wrong, but it's nothing I live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
All I can do is
just listen.
Just jig with it. That's
right.
it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Wow.
Can't do nothing else with it.
And my last question is, do you think that how can we unite? Like, how can we stop the violence and stop killing each other? Because that's the dumbest thing.
America got to come to terms to be truthful with themselves.
What do you mean by that?
As far as the racism, and like we got to put it out there that it's true live racism, and it's not going to change nothing until we face it head on. Other than that, then
so you think we should
always be violence.
Right? So you think we should be teaching our kids about what we're talking about now?
Of course.
Should we tell white people that, you know, they didn't build this, because they're going to get mad if we like.
At the end of the day, the white man knows the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because don't you think if we tell them all this stuff that we did, they're gonna feel it worthless. They're gonna be like,
they are already worthless. You gotta realize they are. I mean, for real. That's if you had to bring us over here to do your manual labor.
Now, was it all white people? Because that's what I think.
No, and see, that's why I don't want nobody to get misconstrued on that. It was not all white people. You know what I'm saying?
So all white people weren't
all white people for racism. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame them because you got to realize something. During racism, we had white people helping us, trying to get us out of racism. So you can't blame all white people. But the redneck ass white people that just don't want to live up to the fact that it's just racism in the world, then those are the people you just can't be around, or you just can't trust.
But most of them were obviously racist.
Yeah,
most of them.
I'm gonna say 85%. 85% of white people are racist. That's no.
Why do you think they're racist? Like, where do you think that mentality came from, that they can treat people?
It was taught.
Yeah, but who taught them? Do you ever wonder, like, who was the first racist person? Like, where did it start?
It started when
I think it's a
disease. Black man pretty much tried to, how can I say, claim his rights. That's when racism started.
Yeah, but what would make them want to look at me and like, oh, he's black, let me treat him bad? Like, I don't get it. I mean, I think they have a mental illness.
We just look different.
Yeah, but
at the end
to
of the day,
us, they look different to us.
Yeah, but we superior. Okay, let them tell you that they are, but we are the superior being.
I mean, it makes sense because we don't burn in the sun.
Like I said earlier, we adapt to every single thing.
Exactly.
You understand me? We adapt to any season, any environment. They can throw us in the jungle. Guess what? We're gonna come out.
That's
true. Throw a white person in there. They gonna.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no. we are the supreme beings. You know what I'm saying? And that's what. I think that's another reason why a lot of hate started coming around, because we adapt to things. You know what I'm saying? They threw us to the wolves, and we came out. You know what I'm saying?
Is it true?
Wolf clothing on.
Is it true that they're Neanderthals? Like, you know what Neanderthal is?
Yeah, you talking about as far as
mixed breed.
Mixed breed. Yeah.
Did they breed with animals?
It's nasty people in the world, man.
Because I think that they did.
It's nasty people in the world, and I can believe that because some of these animals look like humans. You know what I'm saying?
Like
And
which one? The monkey?
It's a lot of fish in the world that look like humans. I've never really seen a land animal that looks like a human, but it's a lot of fish in the world that look like humans. So
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if something like that went down as far as them raping people in waters and stuff like that. Or
But they're not 100% human though.
no,
right?
they're not 100%, but a human face on a fish. Come on, human teeth. They got
Yes.
human teeth.
Well, yeah.
Come on. Like that's weird. That's weird. Not saying that it can't be possible, but
Right.
we supposed to be, like I said, the only beings like this.
Mm.
And I believe in aliens. You know what I'm saying? Don't think they not real, but
I do
don't
too.
think they look like
How they try to
weird and shit like that. I
Right.
don't think they look weird. I think they look like us, but just more advanced. You get what I'm saying? Just more advanced. You just never know.
It's the Anunnaki. Talking about the Anunnaki.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. You just never know.
And do you think that the moon is a light? Because I think the moon is just a light. Like you can't land on the moon.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, God, I really don't think. I really don't think none of them planets are planets anyway. You get what I'm saying? I really think this is the only supreme planet.
It has to
and
be.
everything else is stars or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be around us. And
Right.
And I don't think we around. You know what I'm saying? Just to be real about it, I think we a flat surface. I think we like a sphere.
So you think
like
it's
we
flat
round
Earth?
on top and then round at the bottom.
Right.
And then flat across.
It says it in the Bible too.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
And people think like flat Earth. Oh, you're crazy because you believe flat Earth.
No. It's the Earth is if you want to be technical about it, it's flat because even with the airplanes, if you actually been on an airplane, you see how it flies. You never seen an airplane go straight. You never seen an airplane because it
true.
can't go straight. It has to go up. It has to go around. It has to do some type of
Right.
thing. It can't go straight to.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Its destination. I've been on a plane. You know what I'm saying? So it can't go. So me being in Virginia, it can't go straight to Florida.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? It had to go around the ocean,
Right.
come back around, and then go to Florida. That's how you know the Earth is not as round as they say it is. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Man, I think this was a good conversation already.
Man, one thing about it, I love history, man. And
Yeah.
if I was at home, I could pull my books out and really get into it with you.
So you really go deep with the history, or do you
Yes,
just?
I'm really like real live, deep. That's one thing all through school. That's my main focus was history.
Good for
I
you.
went to college for 2.5 years to be a history major at VCU. Like, I love history, man.
I'm glad.
Cause I just want to know, like you asking, I really want to know how, why, and where. You know what I'm saying? How this all really started. You know what I'm saying? Because them telling us or us hopping on Google or whatever the case may be, most of that stuff is all lies. You really got to go into like a library and like read the oldest book in the library, because other than that, you're not gonna really get no real knowledge from it.
Right. I don't even go there. If you use DuckDuckGo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Google tries to hide some stuff.
And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff you try to look up. They won't even put it
Tell
out
you.
there.
They won't tell
And
you.
if they do put it out there, they you know what I'm saying, they sugarcoat
Yeah,
it or
sugar.
whatever the case may be.
Yes.
Just like my a lot of people don't know, like they think like Kira Platcher is a white woman. She's black. Like everybody back in those days were black. Ethiopians are black. There's no other way to put it. You know what I'm saying? They might be a lighter version of black. But
Right.
they're black. You know
I got
what
a
I'm saying?
question too. Like, if we were everywhere, right? We
Yeah.
weren't just in Africa.
No,
we were around
we was all over
worldwide.
those continents.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did they manage to enslave us? If were there more of us or more of them?
It was more of us.
Then
But
how
like
did
I
we get
said,
enslaved?
What it was is, you heard of Uncle Tom, right?
Huh?
You know what Uncle Tom is?
Oh, sell out.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Dang.
That's how we were sold to the white man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the only reason why we were sold to the white man.
That makes
because
sense too.
The white man told this Uncle Tom this,
Wow.
And they ran back and told us like they selling us a dream.
Wow.
So the whole time we thinking that we going to a new world off a dream, and then when we get here, it's hell.
Wow.
That's all it was.
That makes
That's
sense.
all it was. They got a certain amount of black people.
Wow.
Whispered in their ear, look, we're gonna do this. Look, we can take y'all here. We can do this. We can make a new world.
Yeah,
Y'all have to live like this.
Christopher Columbus, right?
Not even Christopher. This is way before Christopher Columbus.
Oh, wow.
And don't let them tell you that Christopher Columbus is the one that discovered this world.
Oh, no.
He's not.
He's
not.
Yes.
He accidentally landed on this jank.
I heard that
after the fact that somebody already found this.
Right.
It was a Spanish guy. Actually, America is named after him. It's
Yes.
a Spanish guy. I don't know exactly what part of Spain that he's from, but like I said, America is named. His last name was Amadica or something like that. That's why America is named. It's really named after him.
Oh yeah.
He was the original one that found America. But like I say,
I don't believe that even.
He wasn't. And Indians and everybody else was already here.
And when they say Native Americans, they really mean us.
Yeah.
Not Indians.
And Native Americans. Not Indians like, with the dollar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Indians,
Wow.
and it was already black people over here. You know what I'm saying? But we was already settled down with the Indians.
Exactly.
That's why it's so many of us that can go back to their ancestry, but we got Indian in our blood. You know what I'm saying?
So if it's more Indians in the world, more black people, then how come we can't?
We don't have a plan.
I heard it's because they have guns.
Not even that. Okay, when somebody, how can I say it? When somebody erases your
History.
what do you live by?
You're confused.
You can only live by what's presented to you, and what's been presented to us all white.
Very true.
Everything's white.
Very true.
So that's what we've been doing. Now, and we can find some type of tribute or book to
Educate
our
us.
ancestry. Then of course we can do away with all this.
Right.
I can believe it. I
Wow.
can believe it. Just like if you go to a reservation or anything with the Indians, they don't live like the average white person or black man.
Wait, say again. Go to where?
Indian reservation.
What is that?
Like in Nevada or something like that, where the Indians actually live. They have their own land. If you go there, they do not live like this. You understand what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
They live like in the country land, like they.
Oh yeah.
They don't eat none of these
Food.
products that's been. None of that. It's a whole different story, man. Like I said, I wish I could really like pick up a real book, you know what I'm saying, and really get into it, honestly.
Is there any movies or books you'd recommend that I watch?
Nowadays, no. The only good book for real is the Bible, and it's only the you know what I'm saying.
By the way, so you're a Christian, right?
Well, I'm not. No.
I'm glad you said that
No.
because
No, I'm not Christian.
I'm glad
I'm
because
non-denominational.
right.
I believe in a higher power. I believe in God or what He could be or whatever the case may be, but I don't believe as far as if I do good or do bad, I go to heaven or hell.
So you don't believe in hell?
No, I really don't believe. I know it's.
This is hell.
It's hell on earth.
Right.
When we actually die, it's gonna open the broader vision to what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Because
so heaven is for us, right?
yeah, heaven is for the land. Okay, I know you read in the Bible they say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Okay, we are the last.
Yes.
You understand me? So when we become first. Well, we already on that step of being first. You see that now every day because the white man is trying to take that away from us. Okay, so when we die and become that supreme being, we actually see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Real life.
Supreme
because
being,
like the Matrix. The Matrix is real. Okay.
Oh, the movie? Oh yeah.
The vision,
Right.
not the movie itself, but the vision.
Oh,
how they play both parts. That's real. That's real. This is really hell. This is really hell. When we die,
So
we gotta go nowhere.
White people aren't gonna make it to heaven.
No. Not unless
Wow.
they change. Not unless
Yeah,
they
but even if
change.
they change, why would they?
It's certain. Okay, how about I put it like this? Certain white people are not going to make it to heaven, no matter what they do, because
What kind of white
they just
people?
curse like that. They just curse. It's just part of that. The
Mm.
things that their ancestors did,
Right.
there's nothing they can do about it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but don't you think it's all because like how do they get the best of both worlds? Like they get to walk around here, not be judged, and they go to heaven. Like they can't go to heaven.
Yeah, but they're not. They're not gonna have both worlds. They're not.
Yeah.
Some they got it for the moment. Yeah, but when they die, they're going to be last. They will
That's what I'm
be
saying.
The last ones.
Yes.
Yes, they will be the last ones.
So no white people should make it to heaven. I think heaven is just for us.
Honestly, I'm gonna tell you like this: when the rapture comes, or when the last days supposed to get here, they will be the ones left on earth.
Right.
They will be the ones left on earth. And
Asians too,
yes. Everybody that pretty much condemned us, as far as
but then again, you just said that we put our own kind, so
half of us are not gonna make it to heaven either. You gotta realize something too, because ancestry-wise, the reason why a lot of people feel like, I guess, they got bad days or they got their life ain't going right, it's not because you not doing right. It's because what was done prior to you.
That's
still
affecting
paying
you.
For your ancestors' sin and all that.
Do you think that's fair that we have to pay for what they did?
No, I don't think it's fair. But then, like I said earlier, we as a generation has to change. We got to change it, because if we can change it, and the generation after us can change that, a lot more people can go to heaven.
Do you even see more generations from like do you even see like past 2050? Because some people say the world's gonna end in 2050.
The world's supposed to end in, if you listen to everybody else, the world's supposed to end in 2000. You get what I'm saying? No one actually knows when the world's going to end. Honestly, God, I don't want to be here when it does.
Right.
Because it's going to be the
hectic.
worst day of anybody's life. You know what I'm saying? Yes, a lot of people might be ascending, but it's going to be hell on earth. It's going to be a war on earth.
Mm-hmm.
And World War III, to be exact.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
It's just different, man. I really believe the generations after us can change this world, you know what I'm saying, make it a better place. I really do.
I mean, I hope so. I mean, but a lot of kids, it's just, I feel like a big part, that rap music, you know, like the toting guns, that's gonna make us feel like,
like we should be kings and queens and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I understand that. But like I tell a lot of people, man, music shouldn't influence you, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it shouldn't, but
it shouldn't influence you. And it's, like I said, it's nothing wrong with listening to it like that, but you shouldn't live by it. You know Because that's one thing that God said in the Word, you know what I'm saying? Don't live by nobody else's word but mine, you know what I'm saying? So if you pretty much living by a rap song, then shit, you destined for failure already.
Yeah. I think that was a good conversation. You know, I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
Yes, because I will say, nobody really wants to talk about history. We don't want to do it.
Because, like I said, half of us don't understand history, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. All right, I gotta go.
And sometimes it hurts.
Right. But I encourage you, while you're still alive, to please don't ever keep sharing that history.
Yes, sir.
I mean, every day you breathe, you know, because the kids got to know that, you know.
Exactly, they definitely do, because they're going to stop teaching history, man, eventually.
Yes. Right.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes. Take care.